Alright. We should be getting a reveal, like, right now. There it is. There it is. Okay. Hold on. There it is. We are getting a Rek'Sai. Oh, there she is. Rek'Sai burrows beneath the sand. Alright, let's see. Come on, you can load. Come on, you can do it. Okay, it can't do it. Hold on. Gotta refresh. Alright, it can't do it. There we go. Rek'Sai. 3 mana. 3. Wow. 3 mana, 3/6. Wow. Hello. 3 mana, 3/6. Lurker. Okay, she is both a lurker and she has lurk. When I lurk or attack, grant lurker allies everywhere or attack. When I lurk or attack, grant lurker allies everywhere +1/+0. Round end, place me into your deck. Ah. Interesting. Yeah, we knew that. 10 power? Yeah, and she levels up when she attacks for 10.
I'll check for their side. Oh no.
Okay. Oh, well, sure, if your opponent displays landmarks.
Thanks for looking out for us, Sypha. Well, someone has to, no? The queen! Nobody move!
Yep, we knew that. Whoa. Oh, that's a new one. That was a new one. Oh, okay, sick. That was sick. Okay, I love that. I love that animation. Oh, okay. All right, so she gets overwhelmed. She levels up to get overwhelmed. When I level up, create 3 random lurker followers in hand. When I lurk or attack... grant lurker allies everywhere +1/+0. Okay, so once she levels up, you get to keep her. Right? On level 1, she's a 6 health unit, but you don't get to keep her. Right? Because at end of round, she just goes away back into your deck. Well, then when she levels up, obviously she gets +1/+1, and then you get to keep her, and she still is granting lurker allies everywhere +1/+0.
She found us!
And then she makes 3 lurkers in your hand. Oh, okay. Zerzareth. Okay, Zerzareth. The Under Titan. Oh, Jesus. Lurk. Attack if you have 8+ power. If I have 8+ power, give me Fearsome Overwhelm and Spell Shield this round. Okay.
It's a Titan!
Fearsome Overwhelm and Spell Shield. Okay. That could have been worse. That could have been a lot worse. That looked cool. I still don't know if Rek'Sai is actually going to be like great or anything, but that wasn't bad at all. All right, do we get the little reveal thing? Do I have to wait? Do I have to wait until I can see? Okay, there it is. All right, here we are. So, and then we get her champion spell, which is Call the Pack. Call the Pack. To play, put a card from hand on top of your deck. Ooh, to play. Put a card from hand on top of your deck. Create 2 random lurker followers in hand. And this has lurk. Okay. Okay. Spells can have lurk. Hello. Spells can have lurk. That's very important. That is a very, very important new piece of information that we did not have before. This right here is a spell that has lurk. It's a 2-mana burst speed spell. To play, put a card from your hand on top of your deck, thus activating lurk. Create 2 random lurker followers in hand. Yeah. No. Yeah, we're running that. No, we're running that, I think. Interesting. So, lurkers specifically, and then I think that looks like that's the only new card except for Zerzareth, the Under Titan, who looks sick if you can give him 8 power. Okay, so they really want. Okay, so yesterday I said when we saw Feral Prescience. Hold on. Yesterday, when we saw Feral Prescience, I said that it is likely that we wouldn't be able to put this in lurker decks, right? I said that we wouldn't be able to run Feral Prescience because it just, you know, there's not enough card draw in Shurima, and if we run Feral Prescience in a lurker deck, then lurker decks will just run out of cards, and then we wouldn't be able to play, you know, and then we'd just run out of steam in the end game and then lose. But it seems like between Call the Pack and Rek'Sai herself, assuming you can level her, it seems like we're actually not running out of steam. That being said, Rek'Sai, round end, place me into your deck. That being said, every time you play Rek'Sai, she goes away. So, so maybe not, right? If I'm spending 3 mana and a card for an ephemeral Rek'Sai, that's bad. That's not good. Like, it would be better if she said she recalled herself. But that's not what she says. Interesting. So Rek'Sai's level up is like Vi's, right? No, it is not. Vi's level up says I've struck with 10 plus power, which is the same that Nasus's says. No, Rek'Sai says I've attacked with 10 plus power, which means she levels up at burst speed when you attack. You attack, you lurk, she levels up instantly. She does not need to strike for 10 damage to level, which is what Vi needs to do. So if she doesn't even need to strike anything. She levels up before your opponent even begins blocking. Which is good. Which is a good thing. That's helpful. That's helpful. I'm just worried that I kind of feel like I can never play her. I'm kind of feeling like we'll never want to play her unless we're leveling her up. Because I do not want to spend 3 mana and a card from my hand on an ephemeral Rek'Sai. Even though she is like granting lurker allies everywhere plus attack. That's the linchpin for me. Like everything else makes sense now, right? Well, more or less. This guy's still probably just a worse Alpha Wildclaw, but less worse. Much less worse now. Right? Because this Alpha Wildclaw is a 7/6, and this seems like actually likely to get to 7 now. Now that we've seen Rek'Sai. Not like guaranteed or anything, but more likely, especially since, again, we have a spell with lurk, which is so important. I think we have to run 3 of this. I think we're running 3 Call the Packs. The question is whether or not we're actually running Feral Prescience, and we'll have to test it, right? We'll have to test running literally feral Prussians. We might not be able to, but they want us to. But Riot wants us to. They want us to play feral Prussians, which is funny. If you can play this deck archetype in Shurima with Allegiance, you can play Golden Ambassador to put Rek'Sai on top. What? Golden Ambassador just draws the card. Golden Ambassador just yoinks the card out of your deck. Rek'Sai would. At no point does Golden Ambassador put anything on top of your deck. What's her level up condition? Rek'Sai's attacks. She's attacked with 10 plus power. When I lurk or attack. Ooh, and oh, wait a minute. Ooh, it looks like if you lurk Rek'Sai, if Rek'Sai is your top card and you lurk her specifically, she actually lurks twice. Which is really interesting. And kind of RNG, right? Kind of a lot, actually. Because, like, oh, that's so cool. Because if you lurk, if you play freaking Rek'Sai Hatchling on round 1 and attack and lurk, it's a precious pet. It's a 2/1. But if you attack with Rek'Sai Hatchling on round 1 and Rek'Sai specifically is the top card of your deck, then you actually attack with a 3/1 with Fearsome on round 1. If Rek'Sai is the top card of your deck, which you actually using Feral Prescience you could plan for. Ooh, wait a minute, which you could do on purpose if you are running Feral Prescience, right? If you just Rek'Sai Hatchling around 1, Feral Prescience before the attack, and then you just attack, and you predict Rek'Sai on top, you attack with a 3/1. Can careful preparation be used on a champion? Yeah, it looks like it can. Looks like it can. Oh damn, that's a 3-mana 3/6? I mean, it's a 3-mana 3/6, but it's sort of ephemeral until it's leveled up. So sort of. Yeah. So it's sort of ephemeral. So, you know, this is 3-mana 3/6, but take it with a grain of salt because you don't get to keep it, right? You don't get to keep her. You're paying 3 mana for 1 attack. Oh, I really should read the text in the cards. You're supposed to do that. It does help. And then we've got Zerzareth. The Under Titan. Most badass thing I've ever read in my life. 5 mana 2/6 with lurk. Attack. If I have 8+ power, give me Fearsome, Overwhelm, and Spell Shield. That's a lot. That's hard to deal with. This guy is just like this Rek'Sai Dunebreaker, except he's always gonna have 1 less attack, but he costs one less mana. So this right here makes this guy look kinda crappy, doesn't it? Makes Zerzareth the Under Titan makes Rek'Sai Dunebreaker look like garbage. 1 less mana, and you still have the potential to be better than Alpha Wildclaw, but you also have the potential to be much better than Alpha Wildclaw. If I have 8+ power, which means Zerzareth the Under Titan, in order to get his thing to go off, you have to lurk 6 times. Or, well, sort of lurk 6 times, but Rek'Sai speeds that up. Rek'Sai counts double every time she lurks or attacks. So if you lurk, okay. So let's imagine this out, shall we? Let's count this out. If we at some point during the game, round 3, round 4, predict a Rek'Sai on top of our deck and attack, that counts as 2 lurks. And then later, you know, if we draw Rek'Sai and play her and attack with her and lurk on that same turn, if we predict again and we get another lurker on top of our deck, we attack with Rek'Sai and lurk. That alone, those 2 lurks, counted as 4 lurks. Every lurker in your deck gets +4 from those 2 lurks. And so you only need to lurk 2 more times, or do that 1 more time, and Zerzareth is ready to go. That seems doable. That seems feasible, right? That seems doable. Isn't Under Titan a Ruin Runner that's harder to trigger? I mean, Ruin Runner only has 4 health, so no, actually. So no, actually, because it's actually better than Ruin Runner if you can, you know, if you can get it to, you know, +6, which admittedly is not easy. Rek'Sai double lurking really makes a huge difference for this archetype. I agree. The fact that Rek'Sai is doubling the lurks is really what we needed here, I think. This makes the archetype feel much better. Additionally, again, I don't see anyone in the chat talking about this. The fact that there are spells, potentially spells that have lurk. It's so massive. That is so important. That is so important. Call the Pack looks pretty good. Call the Pack looks kind of necessary. Yeah, I agree. It does make you put a card back. So like you play Call the Pack and you lose it from your hand and you put something from your hand back into your deck. Which means that Call the Pack actually does not give you any card advantage. It makes you, and then it creates 2 random lurker followers, which so far most of the lurker followers revealed are kind of expensive, right? We've got a 6 mana lurker, a 5 mana lurker, a 3 mana lurker, a 1 mana lurker, and a 2 mana lurker. Actually, that's pretty spread out. We're missing everything but 2. We've got we've got 2. We've got everything 1, 2, 3. We're missing everything but 4. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Still, if you are running Feral Prescience, I feel like these 2 cards kind of go together, don't they? Because if you are running Feral Prescience, you can just Call the Pack on your Feral Prescience, but that's not actually a reason to use Feral Prescience, but it is interesting. It's a champ spell, remember? Those are usually shit. Not always. That's no, that's not how that works. Sometimes they are. Mystic Shot is a champion spell, and it's pretty good. There are multiple builds lurk cards as well. A 1, 2, and 8 cost. A 1, 2, and 8 cost. Whoa. Do we know that? An 8 cost? There's an 8 cost lurker? They're barely visible in the video. Oh, okay. I haven't scanned through the video for every little thing yet. Oh, you meant that because champ spells are usually shit. This champ spell being good is great for the archetype. Ah, gotcha. True. I agree. Careful Preparation doesn't look too bad in lurker deck if you can find Rek'Sai. I mean, okay. I suppose that's true. But it's still, I don't know, this card still costs 3 mana. I'm not sure about it. I'm still not sure about this one. It does make, cuz you want Rek'Sai's, right? Rek'Sai is really important. And creating a copy of her would be really cool. I just don't want to spend 3 mana on Careful Prep. You're right. It does look really good with Rek'Sai because you get to do double lurks like twice. You get to do, actually, yo, if you hold on, if you play a Rek'Sai and attack with her, and the top card of your deck is also a Rek'Sai, that's a triple lurk. Everything, if you do that, every lurker in your deck gets +3 attack instantly. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. It's worth noting that she levels up when she's attacked with 10 plus power. Nowhere does it say she needs to have gained that power from lurking. I'm talking Shaped Stone here, right? If you can build this deck to a point where it can consistently summon a landmark, you can play Rek'Sai when she's like 6, right? You can play Rek'Sai when she's got 6 attack from lurking, right? You attack with her and play Shapestone. She gets a lurk, goes to 7. The Shapestone makes her to 10, and she instantly levels. That's kind of the direction I'm seeing this going. I'm seeing ancient preparations. Now you can attack from 5? From 5, you're right, because she gets an extra one. Right. Assuming you can lurk. Assuming you can actually lurk. If you don't want to depend on the lurk, right? If you like can't predict that round or something, then she'll level up on 6 with a Shapestone. But if you have a lurker on top of your deck, and you attack with Rek'Sai, oh, yeah, okay. So what I think is gonna happen is this lurker deck is gonna run 3 copies of Ancient Preparations and 2 copies of Preservarium, and we're gonna run 3 Shapestones, and then that's gonna be all the non-lurker stuff in the deck. Maybe we'll see if we actually have room for Feral Oppressions, but we probably won't. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. If you have Rek'Sai on top of your deck with Shapestone, you can attack with a 4 attack Rek and she'll level. 4. That's true. That's true. If you have specifically Rek'Sai on top of your deck and you attack with a different Rek'Sai, that's true. 4, 5, 6, 7 plus Shapestone. Yeah, that levels her up. Yeah. That's crazy, dude. Maybe this archetype's fine. Maybe this is actually fine. There's definitely some high roll potential. Yeah, there's definitely some high roll potential. Ooh. Ooh, that's exciting. It might be possible to level her this way on turn 3. It literally is. It's literally possible to level her on turn 3. Yo. That turn 3 10 power overwhelm, easy, dude. And like potentially also like a 6 attack Rek'Sai hatchling with fearsome. Okay, I'm beginning to see why this unit only has 1 health. I'm beginning to get it. I was like, oh right, why does this only have 1 health? But Kai Reaper has 2 health. Is this really, is this really worth it? I'm starting to get it. Maybe we don't want this thing having 2 health actually. Okay. That's very cool. And obviously we don't know. This is already feeling like pretty much enough lurkers to make a good lurker deck. I was saying on day 1, when we just saw these 3 cards, I was saying that the number of the most important factor for this archetype was going to be the number of lurker cards that they make. And this is already a lot, right? We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 and a champion and a spell. That's 6. We're already getting 6 lurker cards just in Shurima alone. A 7th one from Bilgewater, and we're getting more from Bilgewater. So like, we're actually, it looks, if they make as many lurker cards in Bilgewater as they've made for Shurima, and you build a Shurima Bilgewater lurker deck, it looks like we're actually gonna have to start cutting lurkers, which is exactly where I want to be. That's where I want to be, right? We're probably not gonna have to run Rek'Sai Dunebreaker. Rek'Sai Dunebreaker is probably not gonna make the cut, and you're only ever gonna see it if you play Call the Pack. That's the feeling I'm getting. Is this is one of those cards that it matters that it exists. It matters that it's printed, but you're probably never gonna put it. This might be the card that you never put in your deck, but you get it. You know, you get it sometimes anyway. That's how I see Zersai Doombreaker. I'm making Lurker aggro on launch, and you're gonna end up playing it at Game Boy Rob. Yo, not if I make it first, Alias. Good morning, Game Boy. How it do? Oh, it do pretty well. I think by round 5 you can confidently level her. Yeah, if we're running a deck that can play Shapestone and like reliably use Shapestone, then I agree. We're getting a leveled Rek'Sai on like round 5. I agree. That being said, Shapestone doesn't have Lurk, right? Ancient Preparation, indeed, any landmark that you put in the deck to use Shapestone also won't have Lurk. So we do have to be careful. This is a very interesting deck building. This is going to be a very interesting deck building experience, because every time you put in a card that doesn't have Lurk, you are, you know, taking away opportunities to activate Lurk. But you can't just put in 40 Lurk cards. At the same time, you can't just run 40 Lurk cards. So this is going to be a very interesting deck building experience. Pair with Noxus? No. Looks like pair with Bilgewater, actually. Most likely. I mean you can pair it with whatever you want. Rusticiles, you can pair it with whatever you want. I'm gonna start off pairing it with Bilgewater, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I don't follow the Lurk concept. Okay, so in case you aren't aware, I can go back to this. This is what Lurk does. New keyword, Lurk. If you attack while a card with Lurk is on top of your deck, you get to grant every Lurker ally everywhere +1/+0. They paired it with Noxus for the trailer, using spells to buff attack to get Rek'Sai to level early. Oh, did they? I didn't even notice. Did they? Oh, they did. They're playing Elixir of Wrath. Yeah, you're right. They're playing Elixir of Wrath. Okay. As if Shapestone doesn't exist, but okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's cool. Okay, so these are all the cards we're getting today. Oh yeah, Rek'Sai with 3 red elixirs level on turn 3. That's hilarious. I mean, okay, you can do that, I guess. I don't want to do that. You guys can do that. I don't want to do that. That frightens me. Also, Bilgewater doesn't have decimates. Okay, that's a good point. Maybe we're going Noxus for all this nonsense. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for being awesome yesterday. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Silas. I think it's more mid-range than aggro. You know, I think it's like between the two. I think it's like halfway between the two. You're going to want to be attacking every single time you can, right? You're never just gonna like, mid-range sometimes will like pass and like be like, okay, if you're not gonna play a card, I'm just gonna pass, force you to spend mana. This deck might not have that luxury. And I think in Runeterra, that's one of the hallmarks of being aggro, is not being able to play that pass game. Aggro decks can't afford to do that, and this seems to be one of those decks that can't afford to do that. If you pass and you miss out on an attack and you miss out on a lurk, That seems really bad. Even if you're like burning your opponent's mana, that seems pretty bad. I don't know that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. But it does seem like, oh no, it's Nightfall all over again. A tempo deck? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, yo, Rek'Sai, yo. I'm so pleased. I am so pleased with this today. Rek'Sai really, really shapes this all out to looking like something useful. Rek'Sai alone, just by doubling the lurks every once in a while, makes this all make much more sense. I like it. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with today's reveals. This looks awesome. She's definitely unique. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I like this. Cool. Cool. Very cool. Very cool.